Here it is, the Ryobi model ZRRY26520. Straight shaft 18-inch string trimmer with 1 horsepower 26cc engine. Takes the wide string, the 0.095-inch string, which is, you know, the big heavy-duty stuff. Look, I think it's going to be a lot heavier duty. The straight shaft models are considered more professional than the curved shaft ones. Supposedly they're stronger construction. And anyway, I think it's supposed to have a chrome-plated cylinder, so hopefully that'll last longer than my old weed eater. Here's the box. Is it just arrived? And look at the pack on that thing. Boy, I hope it still works. This is a factory reconditioned thing, so it's cheap. But man, I mean, there's just no packing in here at all. I hope it's still in one piece. Let's find. This is exactly what it looks like when I open the box. I just opened it up a few seconds ago, so I'm seeing this for the first time too. Let's see here, we got some sort of an assembly instruction. We'll get to that a little bit later. Got the bump feed string head all in a box, and like you say, it'll take the 0.95-inch heavy-duty line, holds 25 feet of line. Okay, and I guess it's already got some line in it. It's got this red stuff for the line. See here, we got the bottom guard and the handle. We got the motor assembly and a long shaft here. And an owner's manual. I'll put that with all my other owner's manuals. Well, here's the manual, and it seems to cover 3 different factory reconditioned units. And, you know, normally factory recondition is just a scam, that they can sell these things cheaper than what they sell them to their wholesalers so that they can screw their wholesalers. Because these things looks brand new. It doesn't look like it's been used at all. But, so anyway, the model I have seems to be the SS26. And then they have the CS26 with the curved shaft. And then they have the SC26, which is a straight shaft with a different handle and some sort of a shoulder strap. So anyway, it has, and this is what has the assembly. And you know, basically, here's the assembly section, and this should be pretty obvious how to assemble it. This sheet of paper here, this is just amazing. Let me see if I can get this on. Like, I'm going to get this up nice and close. Now, this is HD. You tell me if you can read it. Basically, these are not instructions. These are just a list of parts. It appears as if my unit's the second one right here, this one. This is just a list of parts, but this is really fuzzy. Even with a magnifying glass, I was having a hard time reading it. And it seems to have a lot of, just a bunch of parts diagrams, but it's really indecipherable. The actual assembly is in the manual, but whoever reads those things anyway. Okay, let's see if we can figure out the instructions. The first step says installing the power head to the attachment. And basically it says loosen the knob, push the button, align the button, press the thing together, tighten the knob, and it says figure 2. Okay, figure 2. Okay, there's figure 2, and it looks like it shows 2 shafts and a knob. So let's give that one a try. Okay, I pushed in this little silver knob, slid the things together, tighten up the shaft. Okay, next is pretty easy, installing the front handle. You can see the bolt and the wing nut in here. You remove those. Snap this baby on there, put it back in there and tighten it. And there's a position, you see that little arrow there? That's the position you're supposed to have it, and they say have the open side back towards the operator. Okay, went on there pretty simply, and the only thing I noticed is there's a special hex indentation for the head, so make sure you put the bolt head in the proper hole. Okay, next we install the grass deflector. This screw was in here, this wing nut was in here. I took it out, and you notice there's a little slot right here. And there appears to be a hole, a slot right here. So it seems pretty obvious that this slot goes into there. and then we tighten this baby down, and then we'll be in business. Okay, I took apart the bump feed string head, and inside the package was the bump feed string head. Some instructions, better instructions what they seem to have in the manual. A length of cord, and a chrome bolt, and a black bolt. So as far as I can tell here, you squeeze on these two little tabs, and this thing comes apart. There it goes, comes apart. And then you have to take like a little screwdriver and press in on this orange tab that of course goes to the orange knob, and press in, oops, and get that out of there. Okay, I think I figured out how to install the string head. Basically, you can see that this has a little hex area in here. There's a hex area here, so it's going to slide right on top here, just fine. And then we've got the spool. Now I have to look really carefully at the spool, because on this side it says this side out for straight shaft, and then here it says for curve shaft, this side out. So since I have a straight shaft, I put it to where it says straight shaft on the top, to where the straight shaft is visible, and then you kind of notice that it's kind of got a little eye shape here, and you can see there's a little hole here and a little hole here corresponding with the eyes pointing. So when you put this thing in here, point the little eye towards the hole that's over here. Now, remember I said there's two bolts? These are left-handed threaded bolts. This black one is a slightly larger diameter than the shiny one. So this shiny one fits, and the black one is too big and doesn't fit this unit. So maybe that's for something else either. So you put in here, but it's a left-handed thread, so it feels like you're loosening it, and you kind of put that in there, and then you got your knob, and of course remember the eye pattern and the eye pattern. Press that on in here, it snaps in here, and now oh boy, I forgot something. Boy, what an idiot. Okay, no, I didn't forget anything. Everything's fine now. We put the collar on here. Okay, I guess the collar goes through here. And now the string head is all installed. Okay, now it's time to load the string. Now this is pretty impressive. I am very impressed here. Basically, is what you do is you line the line up to where it's at the eyelet, and then I just took the string and pushed it through, and it came out the other end. And then I pulled it through till I'm halfway in. So now I've got half the string on one side, half the string on the other side. Now you just turn this knob and wind, and automatically you do it clockwise, and you just wind it up and keep winding up, wind it up. Wind it up, you got a little bit more. Couple more turns. They say to use 25 feet of string. Here we go, that's just about right. One more, okay, here we go. Oh, I did it perfect. I got about 10 inches coming out. Actually, I should do it just a little bit shorter. Okay, here we go. And that'll break off. Let me just, a little bit more. There we go, just the right length. That's really nice. That's the nicest loading thing I've ever seen. Okay, I just put some fuel in here, and I went off and started it, and it started up really quickly. And I'm just so excited. I'm going to put the camera on here, and we can see it start. I'll put it to, I already primed it, so I already pressed the little plastic bulb and primed it. Got it on full. Give it a, full. Put it in the meat half full. Let's just put it in the run, because I put it in the run before and it started right up. Got a stupid little safety lever on here that you have to push it through, There you go. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Here's the kill switch. Press the kill switch and that's it. yeah, it seems to work pretty well here. And when it's running and you need more string, you just bump it down and it kind of advances to the next position and supposedly gives you a little more string while it's running. So that's the whole bump and feed thing here. So I don't know. I did it once. I thought it worked. I don't know. I don't have much time with it here, but so far so good. It seems to have look exactly like the home light that I replaced it with. The carburetor is the exact carburetor from home light. The gas tank assembly is exactly the same. It's mostly 100% the same as a home light, except it's gray as opposed to being red.